Hey everyone, my name's Sean, and today I'll be giving my thoughts on Junkertown, the newest map that came out of the PTR, added into the competitive side of Overwatch. So, this map is located in Australia, and if you know the lore, you know two of possibly the greatest characters ever created in video games hail from that country. Now, if we're taking a look at the lore, I'm a little disappointed in it, mostly because I expected everything to be a bit more Mad Max and have less foliage. There's grass in this map. I'm not happy with the grass. But if we're just taking a look at the map itself, it's awesome. And it adds a bit more in terms of not just gameplay, but also kind of fleshing out the world a little bit. One thing that everyone has been talking about, especially in the advent of this map, is the Queen of Junkertown, which you've only seen a picture and have heard a sound clip of, but yet people have gone nuts over this. And I actually want to see her in an Overwatch short. I want to see an official short that features Junkrat and Roadhog, not just a trailer for a new map. And hopefully, with the advent of a new short, this gives us a full look at the Queen of Junkertown. Now, the map is split up into 3 different parts. All 3 are escort portions, and 2 take place in the area of Junkertown itself, while the first place takes place outside. And if you're going to have me compare the 3 parts of the map, I think the first part is so much better. It is so open that you can go around and have just a big fight, especially on the last part of it. You have a big clearing that you can use to just duke it out, and you also have some buildings that the payload winds around, and just going in, entering those buildings, having a little bit of close quarters combat is always welcome. The second and third parts of the map, while they do have their little pathways that you can go around, really seem a little bit more limited. It reminds me a little bit more of the middle part of Dorado, where you're maybe having a little bit of a place where you can just escape or to take the battle, but it's less of an open option and more of a, well, it's there. It's kind of out of the way, but it's there. And that's the way I feel like with the second and third portions. However, one thing I do have to applaud this map for is the sense of verticality and how it can actually take place on a couple of different levels. If you're Symmetra, you have plenty of places to put those turrets. There are about just 2 or 3 just bridges that the payload goes under that are not just doorways. Those are actual legitimate bridges that you can climb up on outside steps, not having to go through a building. I think that's really good, and not only just makes the battle a bit more open, but also makes it a little bit more chaotic. You don't have a safe space where you can go and hide up some steps or have those tight corridors. You have just an open area where you're able to just bounce on top of the steps or get killed on top of them. Now, the aesthetic of it, again, I am disappointed in the outside. I did not want any grass or plants or anything. I wanted it to be a barren wasteland, as I was promised. But the inside decor looks, amazingly terrible. I mean, it's a place called Junkertown. What more do you expect? But if we're just looking at the way I think it looks amazing. Especially whenever you get to some of these starting areas. The last starting area for the defense is literally a treasure room filled with gold, and I love it. Scrooge McDunk would have a field day in this place. So it just looks great. A little bit dull, it's not very colorful. It's not anything like Numbani or Hanamura, where you have a plethora of colors. This one is a bit more muted in terms of that, but then again, you're talking about a place called Junkertown. So, what more do you expect? All in all, my thoughts on this map: it's really fun in terms of gameplay. The second and third portions of the map do get a little bit repetitive and not as open as some of the other maps, but the first part more than makes up for it. It's chaotic and a lot of fun. The walkways and the bridges really are central in this type of map, and it's something that I really do appreciate putting in there. And you know, there are fun Easter eggs as always with these Overwatch maps. And now we just wait for Junkrat and Roadhog to get their own Overwatch official cinematic, where we can see the Queen of Junkertown. And until next time, I'll see you next week.